Good, well, dobra nocha, Visim.
I'll get her.
The little one had to come and visit and check out what I'm doing. Oh, been a long, long day. Uh, been a couple days since I streamed. Well, my normal Saturday off, and well, I slept through Friday. Uh, it was more than that. Um, Trying to do way too much in the yard, mowing, weed eating, and well, I couldn't make it up the stairs to do the stream, much less go to bed, so I slept on the couch. Anyway, let's head back in time a little bit to the second. This was the report Friday morning, 1164th day. 3 missile and 96 airstrikes, 5 missiles, 172 guided bombs. 199 combat clashes on Friday. Well, technically it would be Thursday. Until Friday morning at 8 o'clock in the morning. 5,898 artillery strikes. 61 of those were from MLRSs. 2,991 kamikaze drones Thursday. Losses for that day. In the Kursk direction, 33 combat clashes took place. 210 artillery attacks. 5 were from MLRSs. 15 airstrikes, dropping 21 bombs. Coming to Saturday morning report. 1165th day. 216 combat clashes recorded. 1 missile strike using 1 missile on Friday. 101 airstrikes, dropping 183 guided aerial bombs. 6,700 artillery strikes. 2,694 kamikaze drones. In the Kursk region, 20 enemy attacks, 235 artillery strikes, and 14 airstrikes using 23 guided bombs in the Kursk area. And going back to the news for today, covering Saturday, as always, the report starts with glory to Ukraine. Before we get too far into that, I want to go and say hello to everybody. Nura, Andrew Petrie. Why aren't you blue anymore? Did you give up on being a mod? McPigeon, Steve Sane, Mexigirl, M35, Mitch Ashdown, Nura, Haji, David N. KKGG, lucky like number 7. I'm showing 9 on my end. 14 viewers, so 5 of you are afraid to touch the like button. Either that or you're not afraid of LJ when she shows up. The 1166th day of the large-scale armed aggression of the Russian Federation against Ukraine has begun. In total, 253 combat clashes were recorded over the past day. As you can see, it's been a steady increase in the number of attacks per day for almost a week now, with 253 being the high for, well, several months. Yesterday, the enemy launched 2 missile strikes and 81 airstrikes on positions of Ukrainian units and settlements. Russia used 2 missiles and 158 guided bombs. In addition, it carried out 6,384 artillery strikes, with 113 of those being from MLRSs. They also used 2,760 kamikaze drones to destroy them. The aggressor carried out airstrikes on the areas of the settlements of Mika in Chernihiv, Miropolsky, Krasnopilya in Chernatsky in Sumy, Shevchenko-Pershi, Zuliny Pol, Novopil, Kromshuvka in Donetsk, Tremivka, Novodorivka, Guliopil, Melanivka, Novoandrivka in Zaporizhia. Yesterday, missile troops and artillery of the defense forces struck 2 command posts, 5 artillery pieces, 1 electronic warfare system, 7 areas of concentration of Russian personnel, weapons, and equipment, 2 UAV command posts, and 1 enemy air defense system. Going into the individual directions, and I don't have that set up because, well, I'm not all there. And yes, you can take that how I meant it, because that is how I meant it. Oh, dang it. It won't let me do it. This way. This way. And there. Now we're looking good. So going into the individual directions over the past day in the Kharkiv direction, 5 clashes took place near the settlements of Voschansk. 2 years they've been fighting over this city now. 6 attacks were recorded in the Kupiansk direction. The defense forces repelled enemy assault actions in the areas of Zarozova and in the areas of Novosenove and Glushkivka. Heading to the south in the Liman direction. Liman. The enemy attacked 16 times, trying to advance in the areas of Rydkobub, Lupova. Oh, come on, pop in. Lupova, right here next to Nove. Yampolivka, Kolodazny, Torsky, and in the direction of Girogorivka. In the service direction, the aggressor attacked in the direction of Ivano-Dorivka. Zoom in so you can actually see the name. This small settlement here. And near Kirogorivka as well. In total, 3 clashes took place over the past day in the Kramatorsk direction. The defense forces repelled 6 enemy assaults in the areas of Chasiv Yar. And I lost in the direction of Miski. Maisky. Yeah. I'm losing my vision or something. Pratechny. And zooming in, Bila Gora. Let's put Toretsk at the top so I can't lose track of it. Coming to the south to Toretsk. The enemy carried out 7 attacks in the Toretsk area near Krimsky and Divlivka. And you will now see why there are so many assaults, because there was 113 of them in the Pokrovsk direction. Yeah, they're putting shit in the cigarettes to make them go out, so I keep having to relight it, even though I'm not taking a drag off of it. Stara Mikolaivka. Zeleny Pol. Zoom in so you can see the name. Mirolubivka. Elizavetivka. Lisivka. Zeleny. Promin. Shevchenko. Heading all the way back over, Alexandropol. Way back over again, Kotine. Novoserhivka. Novo Alexandrivka. Koltenyarka. Troitsky. Andrivka. And in the directions of Romanivka. I think that's going to be all the way back on the other side, but let me look through here really quick. So skipping over Romanivka, Malanivka, Novopoltavka, Mirolubivka mentioned again. It might be a Mirolubivka over here. Romanivka is there. And Oleksivka, Novo Oleksandrivka. It might be this settlement here. In the Novopavlivka direction. Get that one up there at the top. Novopavlivka. Oh, I went way too far south. Novopavlivka direction. The defense forces repelled 66 assaults near the settlement of Constantinople, Burlatsky, Novosilka. Oh, where was I? Ravinopil, right here at the bottom. Pravilny, we have to zoom in for. and in the directions of Oradny, they say Zeleny Pol, Novopil, Shevchenko, and Bagatar. No clashes were recorded in the Huliopol direction. So heading over to Orhiv. In Orhiv direction near Novodanlivka. Oh, that's a new town. Novoprokhovka is this one right here. And Kamyansky, way here over here next to the old reservoir. The invaders carried out 3 futile attacks on the positions of our defenders. Moving down towards Kherson in Dniprovsky direction. The enemy once unsuccessfully tried to approach the fortifications of our defenders. In the Kursk direction, zooming back up here to the top near Sumy. "23 clashes took place. The enemy launched 256 artillery attacks. 110 of those were from multiple launch rocket systems. And Russia carried out 7 airstrikes, dropping 15 guided bombs." Again, no signs of the formation of enemy offensive groups were detected in the Volyn or Polizia directions. Our soldiers continued to inflict significant losses in manpower and equipment on the occupation forces and are actively undermining the enemy's offensive potential in the rear. Goes into losses for the day. We'll cover those with the graphics here shortly. And as always, we end the report with "Join the Defense Forces. Razom Pereможemo. Slava Ukraina." Oh, that was a lot easier to get through than I thought it would be. Pull up Discord for Thursday. Not February 5th, but May the 2nd. Russia lost an additional 1,110 personnel, 9 tanks, 5 APVs, 50 artillery systems, 4 anti-aircraft warfare systems, 138 UAVs, 132 vehicles. That was Friday's morning's losses. Saturday morning's losses amounted to 1,170 personnel, 4 additional tanks, 48 more artillery systems, another anti-aircraft warfare system, 126 UAVs, an additional cruise missile, 121 vehicles, bringing the total over 47,000, and 1 special equipment. And last but not least, we come to today's losses this morning. An additional 1,340 personnel were lost by Russia today, bringing the total to 956,810. 11 more tanks, 24 more APVs, 58 artillery systems, 1 MLRS, another anti-aircraft warfare system, 2 aircraft, 163 drones, and 129 vehicles. Let me go to Zelensky's, and we have a few addresses for you today. This was Friday, talking about the Ukrainian F-16s. Held a meeting on the development of our military aircraft fleet, all key issues, the F-16s that are already in Ukraine, the F-16s that we expect in the near future, and systematic solutions that will help to more effectively prepare and use our aviation. Here is the speech from Friday. And yes, you guys are going to have to suffer through 3 addresses by Zelensky. I hope if I turn the speed down, volume up, full screen.
Дорогі українці, коротко про сьогодні. Провів ставку, були доповіді про забезпечення наших бригад, про комплектацію наших підрозділів, також дуже детально про українську ракетну програму. Наші ракетні розробки, наші виробництва, завдання максимально прискорювати створення нашої української балістики. Наша далекобійність – це чітка та ефективна гарантія безпеки для України. Провів сьогодні також нараду щодо розвитку нашої військової авіації. Передусім, про те, що стосується українських F-16, літаки, які вже в Україні, літаки, які найближчим часом будуть в Україні. Довгострокове постачання, були кадрові рішення для того, щоб управління військовою авіацією стало сильніше. Це рішення і у Міністерстві оборони, і у Генеральному штабі, і ми бачимо зараз, що є дуже непогані результати. Я хочу подякувати усім, хто докладає своїх зусиль, щоб наша військова авіація розвивалась. Кілька разів сьогодні доповідав головком, особлива увага ситуації на Донеччині, зокрема на Покровському напрямку, на деяких інших напрямках. Ми продовжуємо діяти і на території Курської та Білгородської областей. Росія продовжує відмовлятись від повного, тривалого припинення вогню. Вже всі партнери втомились від цих російських маніпуляцій. Ми захищаємо наші позиції, ми будемо діяти відповідно, як на фронті, так і в наших діях на російській території. Війна має відчуватись там, звідки вона і прийшла. Сьогодні провів 2 розмови з нашими партнерами. Говорив з прем'єр-міністром Данії, як і завжди, з Метте, дуже змістовно, дуже дружньо. Я поінформував про ситуацію на війні та про наші контакти з ключовими партнерами. Ми обговорили спільні кроки, нашу спільну роботу в Європі, дипломатичну, а також для збільшення інвестицій у виробництво зброї тут, в Україні. Данська модель працює ефективно. Говорив також із президентом Еквадору. Я привітав із переобранням на посаду, подякував за підтримку нашого суверенітету, територіальної цілісності України. Ми дуже цінуємо підтримку в Латинській Америці, в усіх інших частинах світу, де люди можуть отримувати трошки менше реальної інформації про російську війну, про російські відмови навіть від припинення вогню. Кожен лідер і кожна країна, які у своїх регіонах займають принципові та ціннісні позиції, це реальні основи міжнародного порядку, заснованого на правилах. Ми говорили також з президентом Еквадору про економічні відносини між нашими країнами. Ми дуже зацікавлені у збільшенні нашої торгівлі, і це буде. Українська дипломатія працює на всіх напрямках заради нашої держави, нашої незалежності. Я дякую всім, хто з нами, хто з Україною. І окремо сьогодні я хочу подякувати українським прокурорам та слідчим Служби безпеки України, які займаються справою про розкрадання активів української державної компанії «Мотор Січ» та продаж української зброї в Росію. У Монако затримали одного з підозрюваних, і важливо, що це сигнал за кордоном, вони не сховаються. Кожен повинен відповідати за те, що скоїв. І доручив керівникам правоохоронних органів приділити особливу увагу таким справам і пошуку привласнених українських коштів, які були виведені за кордон. Це принципово. Слава Україні!
Героям слава. And yes, corruption happens everywhere. Ukraine has its share of it. We just don't talk about it here in the United States, but you can sit there and see it for yourself in the Trump administration with the shit he's doing. And of course, making sure to thank you guys for supporting Ukraine. Yeah, he is looking a little bit younger every day because, well, things are starting to look like there's a chance for the future. We'll get into that later. Had another speech about sanction packages yesterday. We're ready to move forward toward a ceasefire as soon as possible, even starting today if Russia is ready to take reciprocal steps. To establish complete silence, a lasting ceasefire of at least 30 days. This is a fair time frame to prepare the next steps. Of course, Russia just wanting a 3-day ceasefire so it can hold their parade. And here we are, May 4th. May the 4th be with you. Yes, I am a Star Wars fan. Leave me alone. Every Sunday, the office of the president puts out a request for real guarantees and more air defense by showing you what happened this week in Ukraine. Here is this week's. 166 weeks of the full-scale invasion so far, and Ukraine still asking for more air defense to protect its cities. Oh, looks like there was not a speech this morning. Press conference following meeting with Peter Pavel. I guess that's why there was no speech. Again, talking about Ukrainians wanting and needing more air defense. It's ongoing. 44 minutes ago, Kremachuk reports of explosions. Poltava under air alert for 5 hours, 13 minutes. Kropinski, 48 minutes ago, explosions reported. Kivnograd Oblast under air alert for 2 hours, 27 minutes. Cherkasky, half of it has been under air alert for 1 hour, 35 minutes. It just keeps going, unfortunately. Donetsk, Dobropilya, 2 hours ago. In Kramatorsk, 5 hours, 50 minutes ago. Donetsk been under air alert for 10 hours, 23 minutes. Luhansk, is like 1,126 days of air alert. So, but yeah, strikes are ongoing. Hey, Golby. I don't know who Tom Bombadil is. I'll have to look that up after the stream. The next thing on the agenda, well, I did get some videos for Friday set aside. You know, 150 drones launched, 64 shot down, 62 lost in location on Friday. Well, let's just go into Maddie-R's video from Friday.
Естакада трасою, що хробачня шниряє. Добротно збудована, бетоняки залита, ахульйонку біл. Що тут може проста FPV-ха зробити? Але якщо тут попередньо попрацювали інженери-суміжники, честь вам, а FPV-ха в руках пілотів Кліматим, то ми пак зараз увидимо, що з того вийшло. 3, 2, 1. Бадабум, джага-джага, мазафака! От то гепнуло.
Getting them all in
Заїжджайте,
early.
хробаки. Та й раколовка нова утворилася, йоблико генеруюча. А ще ракурс з резервної FPV, що на підхваті була, якби перша часом не спрацювала. Усе пройшло норм, єбнуло з першої спроби, розйоб повний. Навіть не знаю, де хробаки тепер ховатимуться. Але свиня болото знайде, тому мазафака. То ми пак зараз увидимо, що з того вийшло. 3, 2, 1. Бадабум, джага-джага, мазафака. От
Okay, one more time.
честь вам. А FPV-ха в руках пілотів Кліматим, то ми пак зараз увидимо, що з того вийшло. 3, 2, 1. Бадабум, джага-джага, мазафака. От то гепнуло. Заїжджайте, хробаки. Та й раколовка нова утворилася, йоблико-генеруюча. А ще ракурс з резервної FPV, що на підхваті була, якби перша часом не спрацювала. Усе пройшло норм, єбнуло з першої спроби,
one heck of a
роз'єб
payload on that
повний. Навіть не знаю, де хробаки тепер ховатимуться. Але свиня болото знайде, тому будуть ще
Yeah,
звідси
ain't nothing left of
сюжети.
that bridge.
Впевнений, 100-500. Хробак ангарного типу, лотерея безпрограшна. Долітай, занурися, єбурь! В душі не єбу, що в тій вантажівці було, наслідки самі бачите. Згоріла хата, гори і сарай. БК чи ПММ. А ти куди без перепустки? А, зрозумів, нічний пікнік, хробаки, баники печуть. Зеленка піднялась, роботу ускладнила. Але хробачня гомосятіна завжди знайдеться. Ось і виїзний пікнічок намалювався. Добре. Бажаю міцного. По дрону у кожну хробачу макітру. Проєкт В'йодей птахів Мадяра. Зведення за 4-й та й останній тиждень квітня, 22-28, та й хвостик 29-30 року 2025. Виключно Донбас. Без КНРів, без БНРів. Зайду вже в кадр, щоб чорнороті не зволожувалися та в крайнощі не впадали. Мадяр зник, мабуть, штучний інтелект за нього пише. Одні кажуть, другі журно, не буду казати хто, теорії ганяють, що підбурює 1 мільйон військових підняти на Київ на штурм в разі невдалих перемовин з партнерами, скомбінувавши,
Oh, that's what they did the day before.
зманіпулювавши
Okay.
відео від
My Ukrainian's not that
22
good to
року
notice that
вересня,
they
коли з
get that they
Харкова
planted
хробак
explosives.
драпав, а потім із Херсона. Але таке, не переймайтеся, не зволожуйтеся. Таки Мадяра роботу роблять, поки ті 4 хвилини дивитиметеся оперативне зведення. Наведу статистику, адже завтра вже виставимо великий місячний звіт. Він був продуктивним. 1804 йоблика відспівано протягом місяця. Це всього на 100 більше, ніж у квітні, але маленькими крочками щомісяця нарощуючи, ми свою роботу робимо. Все інше то залізяче, там їх 5800 чимось. Зараз говоримо лише про тиждень, поки ви дивитеся ті вйобчики. Буду підглядати оперативку. 7750 бойових вильотів за той тиждень. Здійснено 2860 дронів FPV протягом вказаного періоду. Використано з 22 по 30 квітня. 3227 розвідувальних вильотів, нічні бомбери, розвідувальні дрони, дистанційне мінування, анти-FPV по цілям. 1446 унікальних цілей протягом 4-го тижня квітня відпрацьовано. 394 одиниці особового складу, 183 з них 200, 211 з них 300. Із залізяча такого, що чутливе до хробачні. Його було помірно цього тижня, але тим не менш. 12 танків, 23 ББМ, БТР, БМП, МТЛБ, 7 РСЗВ, ото гарна вдача, то фактично по штуці
Yeah, I haven't seen blue in a
9
couple months.
самохідних артилерійських установок, 10 ворожих крил, хробачих, скати, орлани, зали, суперками, 4 баражуючих боєприпаса типу ланцет та зала куб попалася, рідко попадається. 19 гармат, 8 гаубиць, гарний результат, 27 задюравлено, дефлоровано козаками Клімчика, сопілкарями нашими гармат та гаубиць. 86 латів, того лайна завжди багато, 3 вата, спецтехніка, інженерка, мотоцикли, цікава статистика, хробачня масово пересіла на ті китайські мотоциклети одноразові, вони не нахлуплять протягом тижня, уважно, 114 мотоциклів, ну, відповідно, з пасажирин за Гандошино. 5 військових багі, 2 міномета, 84 антени ворожих пілотів, за ними ми полювали, 3 хвилинки треба упаковуватися інтенсивно, 428 укриттів, 168 бліндажів, макети, 8 складів БК, 2 склада майна, 6 польових складів БК, 1 польовий склад ПММ, 10 польових плодів майна, 9 інше, тралі-валі,
Yeah, that
йоті-моті.
happens when you've been in
Підарня
Ukraine
пізди
for,
зловила, досить
well, it was only
динамічно.
a couple weeks
Цей
Mertzi was
тиждень
there,
не
but
був виключенням ні на
I
Донбасі, ні на
understood more
БНР, а
Ukrainian
завтра
last year
готуйтеся
after I got
дивитися
home
смачнючий
than I do
розйом
now.
і звіт місячних результатів 414-ї окремої бригади. Всім притомним, тихої та спокійної, очі та жало, робачий жах, честь.
So that is Friday's video from AAR. Yeah, we've all heard about this by now. Trump wanting to upstage Russia by having a May 8th victory parade. Okay. Morning in Crimea after a UAV raid. Military airfield was hit.
2 мая. Охуеть доброе утро в Каче.
Yeah, that's why you've seen a huge general consensus is talking about the drone program, the points awarded for destroyed items. We have seen a huge jump in the anti-aircraft missile systems getting destroyed. That wasn't, unfortunately, those were not big targets for Ukrainians before, because they launched the missiles at cities, not at their units, so it wasn't a direct threat to them, so they took a low priority. The point systems has made those a higher priority to get more drones. So you're seeing a lot more of them blown up. Donbass stew, anybody? Now it's cooking. If you ever visit Russia, stay off the sidewalks. Military aid, Russian military aid van. Guy was drunk and almost took out the tram. Well, here's a better idea. Just don't go to Russia. Some images from Zaporizhia after the attacks in Zaporizhia on Friday. That's all that's left of an entire family's home. More attacks in Crimea. The loaf became a roll. And again, talking about more motorcycles are being used by Russians for assaults. Dirt bikes. We've seen electric scooters, we've seen dirt bikes, ATVs like that. Golf carts. This is supposedly the second army in the world. And yeah. Forbes on Friday released an article titled, "At the current rate, it would take Russia centuries and tens of millions of casualties to capture Ukraine." According to Forbes, the Russian armed forces may capture Ukraine in 2256 at the cost of 101 million casualties, given the current pace of Russia's advance. This is footage from Chasiv Yar. Yeah, but keep going, McPigeon, because Ukrainian has 7 tenses.
Да. Що там? Заїхали? Красавчики. Рацію забрати треба, пацани. Забирайте, я доповім.
Yeah, but Chinese is super hard because of the inflections on change the entire meaning of the word.
Плюс, забрали.
Something like G, 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 G. Same sound, different inflections on it, and each one of those means a different word or have a different meaning. It's not Chinese is yeah. Ukrainian helicopter taking out a Shaheed. To be honest with you, there's only a few phrases I know in Chinese anymore because it just never had a chance to practice it. Yeah. A Ukrainian Su-27 drops guided bomb 62s to destroy Russian command post along with the assault groups on the Kharkiv front after tracking Russian movements for over a day. The building packed with troops and gear. Well, you see. Just got blown up a little bit. That's all the videos I had for Friday. Let's hop down and find Madiar. He only gave us one more video for the weekend.
Дорогі українці, бажаю здоров'я. Доповідає командир 414-ї окремої бригади Мадяр. Вашій увазі публічний звіт за результатами боротьби воїнів бригади безпілотних систем «Птахи Мадяра» за квітень року 2025-го. Кожні 7,5 хвилин квітня було знищено чи уражено одну унікальну ворожу ціль. Всього 5840. Основним з 2025-го.
Just Madiar's birds. Yeah, ain't hard to figure out. Buggies, motorcycles, trucks and cargo trucks, BMPs, artillery, grads, tanks, howitzer, mortar, drone, communication systems and surveillance, bunkers. This is the work of Madiar's birds for the first quarter of the year. I'll let you guys take a screenshot and translate if you want to know everything. I'm going to move on from this because there's a lot to go. And I just love getting this spam crap on Telegram. It's all over the place. K2, what do they have? Cold March in the vicinity of Servisk. The occupiers try to storm, but find themselves scattered among the ruins, not feeling the drone's watchful eye on them. Short but sweet. 46th Brigade. That's their talk show one. Here's their drone operators.
Nice.
Are you talking about those rascally wabbits, Marshall Jones? Turco so campy. 42nd Brigade bringing us a video on
I know that she's got a problem. It's something that you've got. Your problem can't stop what
Okay, I'm gonna have a talk with Viper about the songs that they're using. Oh my lord. I'm sorry, my ears can't handle that. I was gonna say that looked like a fuel truck, but it was just a canvas on the back, so I was hoping for a really good bonfire. I'm gonna skip Third Assault because they don't censor their videos, and I don't want another 24-hour timeout from YouTube. Must be one of the prisoners they took. Now you know why eye protection is such a big thing in the military.
Наша машинка.
The heck? No, looks like 4, maybe 6 HIMARS loaded in already. So this is the 6th one getting loaded in. You know, they aren't loading those in Ukraine, so you can do the math on where that's taking place.
А ми ще повоюємо, а ми ще потанцюємо.
Ooh, that's sexy.
Ти металом зціли наші рани, бо ми люди, титани. Я колись запитаю у тебе.
Not gonna lie, that's... In the village of Sremika, Lviv, local residents and family welcomed Ukrainian defender Volodymyr Moros with blue and yellow flags in their hands and applause. Volodymyr was captured by Russians in July 2024 and spent 8 months in captivity. He returned to Ukraine in a prisoner exchange on March 19th. I used to like German until I hung around the Amish. The Amish have like such a weird dialect of German, like all the vowels are mixed up, and now I can't talk to either the Amish or regular German people.
Емоції переповнюють. Просто не думала, що скільки людей, скільки. Ну він заслужив того. Ми переживання наші. То було і радість, і плач, як ну з радості плач. Ми знали, що він звільнився з полону. А тих рік, самі знаєте, як то нелегко було. Він пережив і ми переживали.
I wouldn't say they can close the sky, but Ukraine is gaining a lot more air control than they had. Russians basically do not fly in Ukrainian airspace anymore. And they're slowly getting pushed back further and further into Russian airspace. Ooh. Yeah, paying attention to China. Yeah, go for that. Yeah, Russia economic update. It's getting worse. Yeah, no duh. Unfortunately, Trump let off the pedal, and we could have been here 2-3 months ago. But yeah, Russia's hurting bad. Like they can no longer sell enough bonds to pay the interest on the bonds they've already sold. So it's one more economic tool that they can't use anymore. About the only thing Russia has left that they can do to manipulate their economy to keep it afloat is to print money. And well, we all know what happens when you print money. Hello, deflation of value. 1,000 ruble loaves of bread. I think we're going to see, probably sometime this year, we're going to see $1.50 or 150 rubles per dollar. Oh, where are we at now? I wonder. Ruble to USD. It's doing a lot better because, well, yeah. This is with the US dollar tanking, but let's go. So 86 rubles to the dollar at currently. Really strong here, then really dumped there. Under a penny a ruble. We're gonna see this tank, and probably by the end of this year. And that is even with the dollar dropping. 1 minute, 25, 26, 27 seconds ago, another explosion reported in Kropinski. Yeah, I know. Sumi Konotop, 5 hours, 30 minutes ago. But yeah, still having drones coming into Ukraine. Apparently in Rostov, Russians were able to shoot down Ukrainian UAVs, and they fell on houses. Either that or it was another case of too many beans and too much gas. Whine some more. That is music to my ears. Because you've been doing that to Ukrainians for 3 years now. 10 explosions thundered over Taman in Krasnodar Kri, Russia. No official reports on what it damaged. An attack by UAVs and unmanned boats is taking place in the waters near Novorossiysk. Be interesting to hear more about that. Kharkiv under attack.
Наше знамя победы не из бархата сшито, а из тысячи жизней.
Hey, I know somebody who would like this reenactment.
Из таких лоскутков русской кровью политых наше.
Yeah. Okay, I already got a headache. And it's not helping that my mom's cooking dinner downstairs and it smells so freaking good and I'm hungry as hell. Well, Ukrainians are continuing to take out bridges and hinder Russian logistics. Doesn't say where this one is at, but that looks very familiar. Even though it is a different bridge. I wish I could say this was AI, but no. That is a drone jammer and a Russian helmet strapped to a donkey. We're still on yesterday. See anything else? Oh, here we come to the start of yesterday with 183 enemy UAVs, 77 shot down, 73 failed to reach their targets. Oh, yeah, and that meme. Oh, yeah, I bet Trump loved that. For the first time in the world, GUR soldiers destroyed an enemy combat aircraft with a strike from a Magira naval drone. This is one of the aircraft taken out yesterday that was on, well, right there. Cosmexy, they were just covering their ass. Russian Freedom Legion reported on their combat work. These are Russians fighting with Ukraine, trying to liberate Russia. Talking about the mineral deal. I told the foreign minister that we should tell foreign leaders asking us, we do not recommend you visit Russia on May 9th for security reasons. If you do, don't ask us. It's your personal decision. Oh, I love it. Fecal Matter, who had planned to attend Moscow's parade, they both have suddenly fallen ill and will not be attending the parade. Foreign leaders due to attend the military parade in Moscow on May 9th. Oh, Kim Jong-Poo Bear. I recognize him. Of course, Xi. Yeah, I don't even recognize most of those flags. I'm not a geography person. Yeah. Zelensky telling Putin no 3-day ceasefire, must be 30-day ceasefire. The guy that operates this channel, Warriors Ukrainian, 300 meters from his house, another house was hit. I'd love to see that. Well, not personally, but and of course, Russia with the nuclear threats. If you attack the parade, Ukraine may not exist. India's defense minister opted out of going to the Victory Day parade. Russia is ready to help the Taliban. Yeah. The Russian media message translation algorithm failed due to a message content parsing exception. Message is not intelligible. Just let that one sink in. Oh, we watched that one already. The drone shooting down the aircraft. We watched that one already. Is that the same one? That looks like a different one. And just below it, they're talking about a second aircraft being shot down today. So Ukraine winning the second stage of the Diamond League at the high jump. Okay. Setting off from Bristol in the UK with 2.6 tons of humanitarian aid for Ukraine, including 21 generators. That means oh, it's a lot of aid. Saw that one already. The CGI stuff. I do have a Discord. Canty's Crew Quarters. The person setting it up is unable to set it up because their phone is in Ukraine at the moment, and they can't set it up properly because of international crap. Norwegian sends more additional aid to Ukraine. Oh yeah, that seems fitting. Having a military parade to honor veterans on your birthday. That's a good one, Trump. I didn't realize it was his birthday as well. Kyiv after the drone strikes. Number of victims in Kyiv from the Russian attack has increased to 11 people, including 2 children. And here we are finally at today. 165 drones launched, 69 shot down, 80 failed to reach their target. I want to play NES now. For some reason, I can't figure out why. the request for more freaking AI, man, it's getting so good. That is the Kremlin and Red Square. Would be interesting. Russian telegram channels report a fire at the Strela plant in the Bryansk region of Russia. Produces radar equipment, transformers, coils, filters, and other electronics. Pretty big fire. Yeah, but he's having another parade on May 8th. And I believe May 8th is his birthday. Both Russian Su-30 fighters were shot down using naval drones. That's funny. Crew of the first aircraft survived and were picked up by a civilian vessel in the Black Sea. Crew of the second, according to preliminary data, did not survive. He noted that this is the first recorded instance of fighter jets being shot down by naval drones and the first known use of AIM-9 missiles launched from an unmanned boat to destroy an enemy aircraft. Yeah, Ukraine comes out swinging. You know, they get a first and a second on the same day. Ukrainian children who are 3 and 4 years old do not remember their life without war. Russia took their childhood.
Тебе не страшно? О, слышишь как? Ого.
Ты что? Прям что?
Прям стреляют со всех сторон. Со всех сторон уже непонятно откуда стреляют. Ого. Слышишь?
Да.
Пойдем, да, домой?
Боевая сирена.
Что делать?
Домой.
Потом? Прятаться в укрытие? Пошли скорее, вон люди тоже бегут, прячутся. Пойдем.
France will produce 1,200 Hammer precision bombs in 2025 and send them all to Ukraine. Okay, that smell of the food coming up the stairs is really, really getting to me. We're almost done with these videos, but here's some stuff from Crimea. Even went after the boat. Pope cage with reactive armor plates. Putin's ready for the parade. Oh, and the hanging the hanging fires for thermal. Oh, I wish I was good enough to make images like that. That's funny. Fecal suddenly recovered and reacted to statements that Ukraine can't guarantee the security of the parade. Now he will go to Moscow. Now he I'm sick, I'm not going. Oh wait, yes I am. Oh wait, the EU is blocking me from taking a flight to Russia. Yeah, and then this horse shit. And yes, all the bad guys in Star Wars have the red lightsaber. What does that tell you? Even Trump doesn't see himself as a good guy. He has a Sith lightsaber. It's been confirmed that in recent days, the Air Force of the Armed Forces of Ukraine conducted a devastating strike on the command post of the 6th Motorized Rifle Division of the enemy in Bakhmut. As a result of the strike, ability of the Russian occupation forces to command and control operations in the Pokrovsk sector has been significantly degraded. Casualty figures are being clarified. Nice. Ukraine unleashes British Storm Shadow missiles on Russia with Trump's approval. Big if true. And more AI. AI videos are getting out. For the first time in 6 years, the Russian Immortal Regiment event took place in Washington. Russians marched from the White House to the World War II memorial, shouting, "With victory, we wish you health."
У Вашингтоні 6 травня відбулася хода безсмертного.
Yeah, yeah, the motorcycles on assault again. Going to take a quick gander at what Russian air defense slamming into the side of its own building. That's funny. A lot of the same stories, a lot of the same videos. Yeah. Ukrainian forces fired about 10 shells from HIMARS at the territory of the Enterprise in causing a fire of an area of about 250 square meters. So more gas fires in Moscow. So it doesn't look like I missed a whole lot. Okay, my stomach is freaking growling. So I have one last thing I want to share. And it is this wish list on Amazon. Trying to pin it, but you guys are chatting too fast. If you have the means and want to send some aid to Ukraine, I have these 4 items on my wish list, and I will take them to Ukraine when I go later this year. These prices on Amazon are about 10 to 15% cheaper than they are available in Ukraine. So be saving a bit of money buying them here and taking them in my luggage than taking the money and buying them in Ukraine. So if you have the means and you want to send some first aid gear to the front line, please hit up the link, and I look forward to visits from the UPS and other drivers. With that, Chungus in the chat. You gonna go live, Chungus? Oh, come on. Yeah, if we get sent a whole lot, I will have to get another baggage. Okay, I was gonna link your channel. Yeah. Oh, where you travel tomorrow? You have to come online and tell us about where you're going and stuff. But Greg Terry is sending me a box with some of these supplies and other stuff to take to Ukraine. So no matter what, I'll be taking some stuff, and you may have got fired today. Ooh, that's not a good thingy. DC in June 6th. Yeah, if you get a call before you have to go into work tomorrow, then yeah, that might be the case. If not, who knows? But I am going to call a stream here and go eat because the smell of that food is just oh. So I will say thank you all for coming. Please hit the like or subscribe if you have not done either yet. More importantly, keep supporting Ukraine. Have a good night, and I'll see you all next time. Stay safe, everybody.